I.com, xsquadaffiliates.com, iTunes, Google Play, and especially on the SME Network on Tuesdays at noon. You don't want to miss it.
The Sleeper Pick, the guy only you believe in. In 1 week fantasy football on DraftKings, he can be the difference. So trust your gut. Trust your numbers. Trust your Uncle Vito if you want. But know this, that sleeper is out there. The question is, who's going to play him? This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
To create your account, click on the banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Footballsportsapp.com. What is it? It's the first live action mobile sports app played in real time and a cool way to immerse yourself in the game. Make coaching calls just like the pros. Check out the video. Download for free this fall and register now again at footballsportsapp.com. Want to be part of this new exciting technology and make money? Fill out the short form at the bottom of the website and mention TDSS. Again, footballsportsapp.com. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Tribute Tuesday. Michael Jackson, let's go. Damn, I miss Michael. Well, we can't play too much of that music. They'll come get us and get some money from us. We don't have the money to give Michael Jackson estate. We don't have no money to give Michael Jackson's estate, man. But today, the best that we can, man, we're going to play his music coming back from the breaks. Pay homage to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Yeah. Yesterday would have been his 58th birthday. Michael Joseph Jackson. Okay, can somebody, I know there's probably a lot of Michael Jackson fans out there. Can somebody explain to me why Michael's middle name is Joseph? I guess kind of like a junior type thing to his daddy, Joe Jackson. Why is his middle name Joseph as opposed to some of the older brothers? Or more in particular, the oldest Michael or Jackson son? Did Joe know that this boy here was going to be special? Huh? Like, what is a situation where, and I don't even know which one of the Jackson boys is the oldest. I don't know the order of age or whatever. But was it a situation when Catherine popped out the first boy, Joe looked at him and was like, felt him up a little bit, like, nah, I'm not going to give him Joseph. The second boy, he did the same thing. And then, like, when Michael came, he looked at Michael, he kind of, like, tucked him and poked him under his ribs or whatever and squeezed him and says, yeah, we'll call this one Joseph because the force is strong with this one. The force is strong in this one. I think this is going to be our meal ticket out of Gary, Indiana. We'll call him Michael Joseph Jackson. He had a feeling. He must have had a feeling. I think Michael Jackson is like the fourth I don't know, maybe the fourth or the fifth youngest boy. But anyway, Michael Jackson was an American singer, songwriter, record producer, dancer, and actor called the King of Pop. His contributions to music, dance, and fashion, along with a publicized personal life, made him a global figure in popular culture for over 4 decades. You know what? Before I got the liberty to do this type of thing on my show. It's my damn show. I can do whatever the hell I want. This is kind of what I was talking about. It reminded me of my whole thing about this hip-hop and bitter old school hip-hop fans towards this new school rap. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want you to think about this. They call Michael Jackson the king of pop. Now, I don't know where that term pop came from, but they've never really talked about, when I say they, I'm talking about music fans, I guess. Fans have never really considered Michael Jackson in the soul genre, because it was soul music. So, you had, legendary singers, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, those cats were considered soul singers. All of the great groups, the 5 heartbeats, or not the 5 heartbeats, I think they were actually made up. But the Temptations, the Commodores, that was soul music. Like, do you think at some point, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, somebody said, we can't call what Michael Jackson does as soul because it'd be kind of offensive to soul singers? You see where I'm going with this? Kind of like how I think the problem with these new school rappers really isn't their problem. I think it's that we have a problem as fans in calling it hip-hop. I think we get hung up in the fact that, what they're doing today is being cataloged under the term hip-hop. And if you've listened to this stuff today, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we're brought to you by footballsportsapp.com. If you've listened to these new rappers today, it's not hip-hop. And so, follow me on this now. And I thought about this. I thought about this long and hard, man. I think the problem is that the industry calls these guys rappers, and they call what they do hip-hop. But it's not hip-hop. Just like I'm sure somebody at some point said, what Michael Jackson does, and artists like that appeal to the masses and that had a lot of crossover appeal or whatever, that's not soul music. So soul musicians probably and artists probably says, I don't like. Maybe at the time, the way we're doing right now with these new rappers, maybe at the time, maybe 40 years ago or whatever, when Michael Jackson became, a solo artist and went out on his own, maybe somebody felt at the time that it was disrespectful to call what Michael Jackson does soul music. And so they came up with the term pop. You feel me? So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's not these, and let me say this. It's definitely not these young boys' problem. You really can't be mad at them for doing what makes them money and what's going to make them successful. Obviously, the radio stations, the program directors have embraced it, and so it is what it is. So I really feel awkward in throwing these young rappers under the bus when all they're doing is earning a living. Evidently, there's a huge segment of music fans that like what they do. So really, we can't be mad at them. The problem is when I hear somebody call it hip-hop. So this is what we do. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm like George Wallace. I think deeply. Here's what we do. Here's what we need to do. Just like they came up with a new word for the type of music that Michael Jackson did, which was pop, okay, as opposed to calling it soul music just because he was black and he was melodic and he had rhythm. They didn't call it soul music. That's not soul music. We'll call it pop. That's a better name. What we need to do as the Doug Stewart Show and listeners to the Doug Stewart Show is to come up with some type of new name for what these cats do today. That's what we need to do. Okay? That's what we need to do. And I don't know where I got the term from. It popped in my head, scatter. Like I call what these young rappers do today scatter music because it's all over the damn place. So I think we, as disgruntled old school hip hop fans that love, real hip hop, that love real lyricists, just need to come up with a new name. Maybe we go with Scatter. Y'all give me some suggestions or whatever. I really feel uncomfortable with calling with Rich Homie Quan and Kodak, what's his name, Kodiak? Kodak Black, or Young Thug, or Young Uzi, or I really feel uncomfortable, and it feels kind of blasphemous to call what these young cats are doing hip-hop. And I think that if we got past the word and the term and the definition of hip-hop and call what these young guys are doing, give it its own name. If we give it its own name, I think me and old, bitter, disgruntled hip-hop fans, I think we can sleep better at night. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Yeah, I be thinking deeply, man. I'm serious. I'm serious about this. Now, I'm saying this in a funny way, but I really believe what I'm saying here. If we come up with a new name, a new moniker for the type of music that they do today, we don't call it hip-hop. We don't even call them rappers. It's very disrespectful to call some of these cats rappers. I got to be honest with you. It's very disrespectful to call, what these cats do today, to call them rappers or to call it hip-hop. So I think that we could figure this whole thing out, and everybody will be happy. Just like they came up with a new term for what Michael Jackson did, we can come up with a new term for what these young rappers do today in 2016. What do y'all think? Who say I don't be thinking deeply? I'm like freaking George Wallace. I think deeply. I'm going to read some of your chat, get some of your thoughts on that, man. Am I on to something? I think that's the problem. I think that's the huge issue, is the fact that they call this music. I use that term very loosely. That they call this music hip-hop, man. I got a real issue with that. Yeah. All right, what are your thoughts on that? And see there, this is, the good thing about having your own show, is you can talk whatever the hell you want to talk about, okay? And so we kind of put the Kaepernick backlash that he's getting from the police, which we'll get to in a second. We kind of put that on the back burner to talk about a novel idea and thought that I had. At least I thought it was. When we get back from the break, though, we will talk about that Colin Kaepernick story, kind of like the fallout continuing of the Colin Kaepernick story. Right here, Sports Talk, Guy Talk with Hot Sauce, paying tribute to Michael Jackson. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
Wednesday and Friday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. The Alpha Male is coming. Only on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. The Alpha Male.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. You put some action on the football game and scored a big win, right? But now you got to wait weeks to collect your cash. Not cool. Nothing more frustrating. That's why thousands of online players are making the switch to MyBookie. MyBookie.lv is an industry-leading website. They offer real Vegas odds. I repeat, they offer real Vegas odds, not that